Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the all-new package on the Challenger, which is called the 1320 package. Now, first and foremost, I know a lot of you will be asking why is it called the 1320, and that is just because that's how many feet are in a quarter mile, and that's what this car is all about. And then as always, we will do a quick walk around on the car, go over all of the features of the 1320, take it out to see how it drives as well, and then if you are stopping in for the first time, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Under the hood here of the 1320 is the 6.4 liter naturally aspirated V8 that Dodge makes. It is routed through an 8-speed automatic transmission. This particular car, it's going to be good for 15 miles per gallon around town, 24 on the highway and 18 combined. Although most owners of this car really aren't going to be worried about fuel economy, what you will be worried about is the power output. So your 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque with a 0 to 60 time of only 3.8 seconds and then a quarter mile time of 11.7. Finishing things up front per usual, you have those nice little halo LED lights with the projector LEDs as well up front for the headlights, and then you get your fog lamps down below. You get the nice front splitter, and then you'll notice the hood is similar to that on the previous Hellcats. They kind of took that hood and put it onto the Scat Packs and the SRTs to make them look a little bit more aggressive. Let me also give you all a quick walk around of the exterior of the 1320 just so that you can see how it all looks. Really good looking car. Even though it's not the wide body, which all of you know that I love that look, it still has a really nice aesthetic to it overall, especially finished in this pitch black paint. A big part of this 1320 package is actually going to be with the wheel setup. So you are 275 millimeter tires on the front and on the back, and they actually are drag radials, and so this is all set up to go on the drag strip, and that's what helps it get such a good quarter mile time is the extra grip from those radials. To briefly mention is you do get a nice 1320 badge on the side just so that people can know exactly what you're driving. Here I'm back. Here is the key fob for the 1320. It actually does say 1320 on the key fob. Hopefully that's focusing properly, but to pop up in the trunk, you just have to press the trunk release button twice, and then it'll pop that right open. Just like all the other Challengers, it'll have plenty of trunk storage, and so this is something that is actually really practical as well. Just like all of the other new Challengers with the Scat Packs and even up to some of the higher up trims like the Hellcat, you do get this new rear spoiler that kind of flips over a little bit down. It looks really good. Backup camera's integrated back there, and then you get parking sensors down below. And then if we press the remote start button twice, it'll lock it first and then remote start. Here onto the side, one touch will lock it, and then to unlock it you just have to put your hand on the back of the door handle, and that'll unlock the car for you. Right here you can see you have all of your controls for the window right here, door lock and unlock, your mirror controls as well. And then if we look a little bit down to the side, you have your controls for the seat. It is still manual to pull the seat forward and backwards, but you do get power front and back. And then you have all your pedals down there, your light controls on the side with your little thing to open up the trunk, and then the dials to change the dimness. Stepping into the 1320, step and height is really good. And then, as always, we do get your cruise control right here on the side. And then on the other side of the steering wheel, you have your control for the center stack. We'll go over that screen in a moment. And then all your controls for the Bluetooth. Something that I really like is this steering wheel is actually wrapped in Alcantara. I really like this material. It's grippier, which is going to be nice when you take it on the track, but it also looks really cool as well. And then you do get your paddle shifters mounted on the back of the steering wheel. You start up the 1320, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake and then push the push start. It'll start right up. The gauges will do a little bit of a sweep. You'll see your speedo on the one side, your tachometer on the other side. And then, like I said, this center screen, you can basically customize, have anything that you want. I usually just keep it to be a speedo though. Around to the center stack right here, we have all of our controls for the touchscreen system. I've gone over this screen in many of FCA's other products, super responsive. It's essentially like an iPad. It's really easy to use. You do get drag and drop so you can put anything down into the sidebar. This particular one, since it has these upgraded seats, does come with heated and ventilated seats. It also comes with a heated steering wheel too. Something that's going to be important to all of you is the performance control pages. So You have your different drive modes. You can go into your sport mode, but you even do, I'll show right here, have a drag mode. I'll go over that in more in a minute. But you have all your different drive modes here, so you can set the different modes. You can set how you want them to be set up with this car. And then you do get line lock, which will make doing burnouts a lot easier. Get those tires warmed up before you go on the drag strip. And then launch control, where you can set the RPMs. So you can set it to launch the best when you are taking it out on the drag strip as well. And this does come with a backup camera. It's got trajectory lines, so really easy to use, really easy to see, and then the visibility on it's great. Graphics are great as well. Down below here we have all of our analog controls for the radio on the sides. That drag mode, like I said, so you can put it into drag mode, you just press that, or you can have it into the default mode. You can press the Super Track Pack button, which that just pulls up this page here. Parking sensors, stability control, and then your analog climate controls are down below there. Here is that shifter for the 8-speed automatic transmission. It does have a manual mode that is paired with those paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel. You do get some more cup holders as well. You do get this nice center console that has a bunch of little charging stations on it. It is padded with leather. It has nice stitching as well. Coming around on these seats, these are those upgraded Nappa leather with the suede inserts that I was telling you about. So you can see the seats, they're very nicely bolstered. They look really good as well, and they hold you in place really well. And then just like all the other Challengers, you will get a glove box. It is lined with felt. And overall on this interior, it's actually really nice. It feels really sporty, and you kind of notice that with, you know, the use of Alcantara and some of these suede materials, they are trying to save weight. It is still a Challenger though, so it is going to be a little bit of a heavier car. Now that we've gone over everything on the interior and exterior of the car, let's take out the 1320 just to see how it drives. We are starting off here in the 2019 Challenger 1320, and just from like an interior perspective, it already feels like a more special car than most Challengers. And maybe it's just because I'm a sucker for these Alcantara steering wheels, but I am loving it so far. Ride quality so far, just like all the other Challengers, is really smooth actually, and so it's a very comfortable car that you could drive miles and miles with. We are going to take this onto the interstate just to get a little bit of an acceleration with it, also see how it handles ride quality wise on the highway. So we are going to get a little bit of an acceleration here. Oh yeah, plenty of power. Not gonna go crazy or anything like that, just get a little bit of it. This is a new car, so I don't want to burn anything up on the engine or anything like that, but yeah, I can already tell it's got more than enough power. Ride quality on the highway is really smooth. Like I said before, these Challengers you can just drive miles and miles and miles on, and even though this is the kind of more drag focused version, it's still a very, very comfortable car to drive. Now to sum things up overall, kind of where this would stick, if you're looking for a drag ready car from the factory and you don't want to fork out over 6 figures, which is what most of the Demons went for, the 1320 is the package to go for. This one's pretty much fully loaded, has all the features, and it's right around $50,000. And so you imagine if you take away a few of the nice things like the upgraded seats and the blind spot monitoring that this has, to a little bit more of an affordable range, you could have a drag ready car that does the quarter-mile time in, you know, sub 12-second range for less than $50,000, and that's just absolutely incredible. So if you are on the market for a muscle car, then, and also the Challengers, definitely check out this new 1320. And there we have it, everyone, the all-new 2019 Challenger 1320. As always, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you are stopping in for the first time, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Comment down below what you thought, and then I will see all of you in that next video.